Chapter 8. Entering the Sect as a Disciple. Translator, doubled. Editor, Henyi. After half a year of relentless cultivation, Hanli was finally going to take Dr. Mo's test. Zhang Tai was fidgeting as he stood close to Hanli. His behavior was nothing strange. Zhang Tai had told Hanli that for the past 6 months he had made no progress on the oracular chant given to them by Dr. Mo. Hanli knew that Zhang Tai's efforts in cultivating the oracular chant were no less intense than his own. Although Zhang Tie was unlike Hanli, who practiced like a madman, the efforts he expended could still be considered conscientious and diligent. Strangely, the oracular chant seemed to be useless to Zhang Tie. No matter how much effort he put in, he wasn't able to produce even the slightest amount of effects. It seems like Zhang Tie would never successfully cultivate the oracular chant. Hanli's mind was unsettled. He knew that Zhang Tie would probably fail the test. Even though Hanli was slightly successful in learning the oracular chant, he was not stronger than Zhang Tie in any way, so there was a high chance of both of them failing Dr. Mo's test. Fearing the worst, Hanli assiduously cultivated. By the time of the exam, the strange energy flowing in his body had increased by a little. If the energy was as thin as a strand of hair in the past, it was now slightly thicker, resembling a thread of cotton. Even so, this did not reassure Hanli, who feared he might not pass Dr. Mo's test. "Are you guys prepared? Let me take a look at the fruits of your cultivation." Dr. Mo squinted his eyes as he sat and coldly stared at the two of them. "We are ready!" Hanli and Zhang Tie could only put forth a bold face and agree. Dr. Mo slowly rose from his chair and stood up. He put the book that always seemed to be nearby down on the table. "Extend your hand. Circulate your chi for me to see." Dr. Mo held Zhang Tie's right wrist with one hand and placed his other hand on top of Zhang Tie's dantian. After the time it took to brew a cup of tea, Dr. Mo retracted his hands and closely evaluated Zhang Tie. Zhang Tai's face was flushed as he nervously put his hands behind his back, lowering his head and not daring to look Dr. Mo in the eye. He knew Dr. Mo had most certainly discovered that he made no progress in the oracular chant and would probably punish him to teach the two of them a lesson. "It's your turn." To their surprise, Dr. Mo didn't even show the slightest indication that he would punish Zhang Tai. Some slight hints of disappointment flashing past Dr. Mo's eyes were the only reactions Dr. Mo had. After examining Zhang Tie, he turned to Hanli and motioned for him to come closer. He then held Hanli's wrist and began the inspection. "His touch feels just like ice. It doesn't feel like the touch of a living human," Hanli mused in his mind. The skin on Dr. Mo's hand was dried and full of calluses. As he held Hanli's hand, Hanli could feel slight waves of sharp pain. Perhaps it was because the external interference agitated the energy within Hanli's body, but the strange flow of energy actually started to circulate by itself. It flowed through his meridians and energy channels, passed all his acupoints from his dantian to his head, and flowed to his 4 limbs. It completed a full cycle before flowing back to his dantian. The moment the strange flow of energy circulated throughout his entire body, Hanli's pain from Dr. Mo's touch immediately dissipated. "Aye!" Dr. Mo involuntarily let out a sound of surprise. It appeared that he had discovered the strange flow of energy in Hanli's body. "Quick! Circulate your energy according to that chant that I taught you once again." Although Dr. Mo tried his best to suppress his elation, traces of madness and excitement still flashed through his eyes, causing Hanli to be secretly alarmed. "Slowly, slowly. Let me take a good look." Dr. Mo added as his usually cold tone of voice became rushed, placing his other hand on Hanli's dantian. Hanli could feel both of Dr. Mo's hand tremble slightly. As Hanli circulated the strange energy, Dr. Mo became quite agitated. "Not bad. Not bad. This is the feeling that I wanted. I'm not wrong. I'm not mistaken. Ha!" Dr. Mo, after a thorough examination, could no longer hold back and started laughing maniacally, both his hands tightly clutched on Hanli's shoulder. Even his normally squinty eyes enlarged as they intensely stared at Hanli. It was as if he had seen a rare and valuable treasure, his eyes flashing with faint traces of madness. Hanli's ears were ringing from Dr. Mo's unceasing laughter, and he felt slight pain on his shoulder. Seeing the madness in Dr. Mo's eyes, Han Li could not help but feel terror in his heart. Good. Very good. From the expression on Han Li's face, Dr. Mo could tell that he was terrified. Only then did Dr. Mo realize that he had been overeager. Thus, he controlled himself and regained his composure. In the future, you must work as hard as you're working right now. From this day onwards, you will be promoted to my personal disciple. After saying that, Dr. Mo released his tight grip on Han Li's shoulder and proceeded to pat him in encouragement. Dr. Mo regained his usual calm look, almost as if his loss of control had never happened. But, from his occasional glances at Han Li, one could tell that he was still tremendously excited. As for you, Dr. Mo finally shifted his gaze onto Zhang Tai. Zhang Tai was thunderstruck by the events that unfolded earlier. Seeing that Dr. Mo shifted the topic of conversation to him, Zhang Tai awoke from his daze with a start. Just thinking that he failed the assessment and would be asked to leave the mountain caused traces of bitterness to appear on Zhang Tai's face as he looked at Dr. Mo. Your talent is questionable. Despite such a long period of time, you still could not produce even a small trace of energy. Accepting you as my personal disciple would be too much of a stretch. Dr. Mo repeatedly shook his head. Zhang Tai's heart fell down to the bottom of an abyss after seeing Dr. Mo shaking his head. But suddenly, Dr. Mo seemed to have thought of something interesting, as he gazed at Zhang Tai with a bizarre expression in his eyes. Looking at your bone structure, I may have a suitable technique for you. I just wonder if you are willing to learn from me. Dr. Mo's sudden shift in conversation caught everyone by surprise. It was as if Dr. Mo wanted to allow Zhang Ti to pass the test. The moment Zhang Ti heard Dr. Mo, how could he reject the offer? He immediately gave his consent and said that he would be willing to learn from Dr. Mo. Excellent. The two of you can depart first. Tomorrow, I will hand you both new cultivation techniques. It could be seen that Dr. Mo's current spirits were excellent. Han Li and Zhang Tie both looked at each other and felt that today's test had been full of twists and turns. After all, both of them actually passed, leaving them both satisfied and pleased.